What's up, guys? It's Thomas Buell here, and I know recently I said that I'm gonna post um, music Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I apologize. I've been a bit busy with some things, but I strictly want this video to be about mental health. I actually want to show you guys before I get into the video. I just got this brand new PC, thanks to my grandma. Shout out to her. I love her. And all this cool stuff. First, I want to kind of talk about mental health and what it can do to you. Because I feel like a lot of people don't address this as much as it should be. And just a little backstory of how I'm going through it and how I'm trying to get out of it myself. Um, Mental health, and this is from the heart. There's no like anything written down or pre-thought about any of this. Is just from my head and my heart. So as I've grown up, I've been bullied. I've gone through a lot of serious things that has happened in my life. I'm sure if people that have been close to me know some of the events that has happened in my life. But there's also that good that has also happened in my life. But with mental health issues, it tends to get you into the dark, and sometimes you feel like you're like stuck in the dirt and you can't get out of the dirt. Well, let's just say depression. Depression is something that a lot of it's really actually really common, and obviously and during this time of whole coronavirus and all that stuff, is definitely making things difficult, and I'm actually going through those difficult stages myself. But just some motivation that has helped me get through this is one, Jesus, and two, just people that actually are there for you. Because depression is something that people go through on a daily, and sometimes people just need that support from you. And I know for a fact that when I was going through depression and anxiety is going to definitely be, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start posting here and there. I don't know when, but on some days I'm going to start posting about certain categories such as depression, anxiety, and stuff like that. And obviously, if people don't know what depression is, it's a mental health disorder characterized by, and this is the exact definition that I looked up on Google, characterized by persistently depressed mood or loss of interest in activities, causing significant impairment in daily life. So, sometimes, depression can affect people severely. Some people can just go out of the way and, go on with their day and, walk the streets, and, that was just a little stage. Sometimes it takes people's motivation and words from hearing other people and, just knowing that they're not alone. Some people feel alone, even though, like, let's just say this. That you can have so many people in the world and people can surround you with love and support. But sometimes it feels like with depression, it feels like you don't have that. You still feel alone surrounded by people that love you. And that could happen. But my best advice is, always keep God and Jesus in your life. And not only just that, but, count your blessings. If you see yourself falling down, pick yourself back up. And I want to shout out a couple of people. I want to shout out my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my buddy Jason, and my whole friend group, especially Alex too, and my friend group. You guys know who you are, and the people that have generally been there for me. For the past few weeks and months, and obviously for 2 years, before this whole coronavirus thing had happened, um, I was starting to get better from my depression because I started doing the things that I love to do. And that's also something that we all should do, is that, if you start finding yourself getting caught up in these bad thoughts and, you know, um, thoughts that you don't ever want to wish, is, think about some stuff that would actually benefit you and what you love to do. And then you also have that stage where there's people that are in depression and they don't know how to get to there because, sometimes they feel judged by people, or, they feel like they're stuck, they don't know how to get there, And my best advice is, if you're going through depression and you feel like you're stuck and you feel like you don't have a purpose on this world, just know that whatever there is there is light and there's hope. And that, I know that sounds kind of cliche, but most people might hear, oh, you can do it, just hang in there. And I feel like, if you're going through depression and anxiety, sometimes medication's okay. Yet I'm not saying that you should go take medication or anything. Of course, get a psychiatrist, get all the stuff that you need properly, to get that going. But I think definitely going outside, yeah, we can't really go outside, but if you properly social distance and, wear a face mask like everyone should be wearing, you should be fine. Physical exercise, eating better, there's also, like, if you're feeling, depression can also have, suicidal thoughts, and I've gone through that, especially during my high school year, my middle school years, for quite a while. I've had those thoughts, and I was able to bring myself together through God and also through the motivation of other people, and just to really think that, hey, Thomas has a goal in this world, and that goal is to make other people happy. And I feel like everybody has a gift, and that's what we should remember, is even though you might be in this tough stage of depression, anxiety, anything like that, you always remember that God gave you a gift. And maybe you can't find that gift right away, but in the end you will eventually find that gift. And I mean, doing some research, there's also, hotlines you guys can call, I'll put the hotlines down into the description. You can always call them if you're ever feeling down. That's if you feel comfortable. But I definitely promote, a well-being, and I feel like a lot of people, are going through these things, especially during this time. I know how hard it could be, sometimes you're just sitting in your room and you're like, oh, I'll wake up and it's another day. I remember, and I still go through depression and I still go through anxiety and anxiousness, but what's really giving me the purpose to keep on going is one is God, two is my family, and three is that I know after this, and if we do end up all surviving, which I know that we are all capable of thriving, is at the end of the day, I know personally that we have goals and achievements that we want to achieve. And sometimes God, not God, but sometimes, life will throw obstacles, life will throw obstacles at you, and that's when you have to reach to God. And not only just that, but you have to reach out to yourself and really maneuver through those obstacles, And I feel like sometimes people get lost in those obstacles, and I'm one of those people that had that happen. Sorry, I can't English. But definitely, I just remember going through a lot, feeling that I was alone, having nobody, wanting to be, that ideal of, oh, I want to hang out with this person, or why does this person not like me? Why am I not fit in this group? Why am I getting kicked out of this group? And it started building up, and then it felt like, oh, why did nobody like me? Why has everybody stopped noticing me? I remember when I was in middle school, I was always, so happy about making music and all this stuff, and I stopped because of a bunch of people that brought me down. And honestly, now I hope the people that remember doing that, I hope they bettered as a person. But, in the end of the day, I'm very grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I'm a follower of God and that I'm seeking out help, uh, and I definitely say Jesus has been a help for me, because now I look at life as, yeah, there's going to be challenges, but, um, why would you want to let those things get to you? You would want to beat those challenges and succeed. I guarantee you guys, if you're going through this, you're not alone. There's so many people that have gone through depression and anxiety and whatever it is that you're going through. And I know it's difficult, and I know that, sometimes somebody saying, oh yeah, I'm here for you, or, sometimes people giving you things, sometimes it feels like it's not enough. But whoever, and this is my advice, is that, and my suggestion is that, if you're going through that, I suggest going seeking for some help, or not only just that, but, if people that and this is for everybody that's watching my videos, is that people that that are going through this and going through this depression, and that they're going through it, that person that's watching me, go and make sure and check up on that person. Honestly, and I can say it from firsthand, is I guarantee you, when I received phone calls and I received text messages from people that haven't spoke to me, or, some people that actually cared about me, and they asked if I was okay, it definitely lifted up my spirit and made me feel like, hey, there's somebody out there. And, deep down, if that sometimes maybe you're in a situation where you have nobody and you feel like that, but just remember that there's ways to fight this, and remember that you could be your own self-motivator. Think about it. If and I think what's cool about, fighting depression is that if you were able to get it out of your own, like if you were able to get depression out of your head, out of your mind, and you were able to achieve the goal that you were given or wanting to do, I definitely think that's really special, because once you start falling into those footsteps again, if it ever happens in later life, which I hope it doesn't, is then you're able to figure a way out of it, because you were able to figure it out by yourself. And I know that no matter what people think, if they're alone and have nobody, there's always that one person. And you know who that one person is God. He's always here to help you. He will never fail. And if you're ever alone, just know that you're never alone, because you can't be alone. You have yourself, and you also have God that is looking up on you. You guys are beautiful. You guys are amazing. And, just know that there is people out there that want to hear your stories and that want to help. And that's why I feel like God has given me a gift, and that gift is to help people. Even though sometimes I know that I've went through stuff and all of that, I've gone through depression, I've gone through a lot of things, but to be honest, I'm really grateful that I'm alive, and I'm grateful that, I can be some sort of light to other people, especially like I've known that I've been in those darkness. And it's also great to know that there's some people out there that have gone through these things and also can talk to you about it and be like, hey, yeah, I've gone through this situation. I've been put in these obstacles, and, how do I get out of that? And, sometimes it's always good to know that, hey, that if somebody's gone through it, obviously, if that person's willing to help you, which I'm sure if that person's gone through it, they're willing to help you, you know. I guarantee you, if, I saw somebody that was going through the same exact stuff that I was going through 2 years ago, a year ago, a few months ago, or whatever it was, I definitely would want to help that person, because I know how it is to be stuck, and I know how it is to have, thoughts of doing things, and, you know, and, I know how it is. It's rough. It's difficult. It feels like life has hit you in the face multiple times. So just know that in reality, I'm always here. And I feel like depression is something, mental illness and all that stuff is, something that people should really, spread awareness to. I feel like, it's taken, people are taking it lightly nowadays. And I feel like we should all come together as one and really start opening our eyes and be like, hey, depression's a very severe thing, and there's always help. And that's why I'm gonna put down some links that you guys, or some phone numbers you guys can call if you're feeling down. Also, you can always message me. I've gone through a lot of stuff, and I know how it is. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know if you guys want a part 2. I can also talk about anxiety, because I've went through that too. So comment down if you guys want a part 2. Just know that you guys are amazing, and that really dig down into your thought, your mind, and really try to find peace within yourself, and really ask yourself, what do I want to be in life? Is it a singer, a YouTuber, a construction worker, whatever it is, if that's what you want to be, then go be it. You can, anything is possible if you set your mind to it. And if you could be positive and, spread love, and then that's honestly the best thing that you could ever ask for, like, just think about what's good. What's the alternative, And yeah, guys, so thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Thomas, and I just want to say thank you guys for listening. I feel like this was a really important thing that I really wanted to talk about. I have a lot more to talk about. This wasn't only just everything, but guys, comment down if you guys want a part 2. And yeah, guys, I love you, and keep your head up, and don't forget to smile.